Good morning, guys. How's it going? I just finished my 24-hour EMS shift. I know I've got a lot going on today. I think I got a service call or two to go on. We've got the old food truck in the back we got to go do today. I'm sure I'll get some footage from that. But first and foremost, the old service truck back there is a wreck, and we need to get it cleaned up. So let's get after it. Alright, so service truck is a mess. It's been used and abused over the last couple days. See what we can do about getting it cleaned up. The light won't turn on?
Nope.
Oh no, look at you, got waffles and everything.
He's holding mine.
Alright. So, let's see.
And light.
Oh no, party foul. Good job. I'll tell you what, this little battery charger from Amazon, Avalon. I think I paid like 50 bucks for it. This thing is the handiest little jump starter. Definitely worth the money. Comes in a little case. It's got charging cables and all that stuff. Of course, it's all on a wreck all over my service truck. But I would definitely recommend it. The only thing that's kind of a pain in the butt is you have to unhook the jumper cable lead and hook it back in for it to reset to know that it can send power to the cables. Definitely worth the money. I would definitely grab one. Not sponsored in any way, but I would definitely recommend it. So this is my electrical box here, and this past job I was using a lot of stuff out of it, and I knew this box was getting bad, but it's getting to the point where I don't trust it anymore. There's a pretty big gap down there, so I am going to hold off on putting all my stuff back into this box just yet, until I can at least get something under to support the floor. Now, for the most part, the driver's side of this truck, the underside of the service body is pretty rusted. They've done some things. The previous owner before me had done some things to kind of support the boxes on some of them, but this one and the back one are the worst. So this one I'm going to have to eventually fix the floor in, which I'm sure will be in a future video. This dude here, it has a cheap Harbor Freight air compressor in it. and I put some metal supports underneath and laid a piece of plywood on it for now, because that's the only thing this compartment holds is just that air compressor. So as long as I know the floor is solid, it doesn't have to be metal right away. I just needed an air compressor. I got this pretty well situated here. I do like Milwaukee tools. I think they're pretty quality tools. However, I have an assortment of everything. I've got Snap-on, I've got Milwaukee, and I have some of the Menards branded, what are those, Master Force? Yeah, Master Force tools. They seem to be pretty decent tools. I've got a couple DeWalt's buried back in the corner that I don't use very often. I am not the kind of person that will stick with the brand specifics only. For example, I've got quite a mixture of sockets in here. I've got everything from Snap-on, Craftsman, Pittsburgh, S&K. I have some gear wrench stuff down here. Most of my ratchets are Snap-on. I do like their fine tooth. I like the flex head ratchets. I know the Icon ones from Harbor Freight are pretty well identical. I got Mac Tools 1/4 inch set, a couple twist sockets and stuff. This is the Icon brand inverted Torx, which I kind of have doubled up inverted Torx. I really have doubled up pretty much all the Torx bits. I've got a Blue Point kit down there that's got pretty much every Torx and inverted Torx you need. It's a master set. There's some expert stuff in there. I do carry an extra generator with me. That's a Honda, the EM650. I love that little thing. It's quiet. I have a street light that was actually given to me, and it sits up in this compartment here, but at nighttime I can take it. Has a pole mount in the bottom, and I can take this ladder rack off, and I sit that street light on that pole and run it off my little Honda there, and it is super bright. I do have, I think they're up in the compartments too, but I do have some cheap Amazon light bars I'll be mounting to this. Now keep in mind that I had just bought this service truck, I would say probably about 4 months ago at this point. I quit my full-time 40-hour-a-week job and decided to go independent mechanic. I didn't like the way that management was treating me at my job. Management started to go downhill. As people started getting close to retirement, they just started treating people like crap. So I decided that it was time to go out on my own. I've had years of experience being a mechanic. I knew kind of what I was getting into. I work on a lot of heavy-duty trucks. I do automotive. I do construction, industrial, a big mixture of everything. I have a lot of people in my community that come to me on a regular basis. Yeah, it's kind of the gist of that. So I bought, basically when I was shopping for a service truck, I wasn't looking for the cheapest option, but I also didn't want one that was completely rusted out and gone, which you find a lot in the northern states, the Rust Belt. And I stumbled across this one. It's an 01 Silverado. It's got 312,000 miles on it, but it has a newer motor. It has a 2002 Escalade motor in it. It's a 6.0 Chevy gas. It runs great, runs strong. The truck itself is solid. The body needs some help on the driver's side. Like I was saying, the bottoms of the boxes are rusted on the driver's side, but all in all, it's not unusable. It just needs some work, and we'll get to that eventually. But here lately, I've been so swamped in calls, I haven't had time to stop and actually fix the bottoms of the boxes. I've only been able to change the oil and keep the tires and stuff inflated and rotated. So at some point, we're going to have to slow down and give a little bit of maintenance to this truck. It treats me well, and I love it. It's nothing fancy. It's still a work in progress. I'm still working on, I have a torch carrier in there. It doesn't have the caps on right now, just used it yesterday. But it's in there, it's fastened. I'm gonna have to work on a more permanent mounting system for it before I can really take it to any more jobs. But regardless, I have all the necessities. We're just working on the fine things. Like I would really like to have a gas air compressor. And we're working towards that. I have a couple different leads on a couple different things. I want a welder on here too. Have a lot of customers with broken tag axles on their dump trucks that need brackets and stuff welded in to reinforce the tag axles on them. But I just haven't had time. I've been covered up, which is a great thing. I'm not complaining by any means. At some point in the future, you see that square body Chevy over there. Beside it on a car trailer, there's a long bed frame. That is a short bed truck, half-ton short bed truck. I have a 3/4 ton long bed frame. Got a set of axle springs. I got a 396 big block. So at some point in the future, that'll be on the list there. I'm not sure when I'll have time, because you know, it stays busy around here. So I'm glad you guys will get to go with me now. I finally settled on a good camera. I got the DJI Action 4. It's a 4K camera, and so far I love it. The only thing I'm waiting for it to come in is the little remote mount mic, a little clearer audio. But yeah, so another thing too is with my business, I run primarily mobile. I will do some automotive here. You can see it's kind of taking a toll on my my driveway with all the oil spots and stuff on the ground. But we're looking at building a shop. Now, mind you, like I said, I quit my job about 4 or 5 months ago. So like we're still building into the building and the shop and the car lifts and all that stuff. I wish I'd have done this at the start of my career. If I would have done that and had a bigger customer, I have a solid customer base now, but if I would have had a bigger customer base, I could have had multiple service trucks and a couple different guys now. And that's my goal. I'd like to work towards that. I want to have a shop and some good employees. I have a couple guys that work with me now, and I always make sure that I take care of them the best I can. My prior job was a government job, so I feel like they just feel like they can replace anybody whenever they want, and actually they're running into that situation now where they're having a hard time finding anybody to apply, mainly because the people who apply, they can't either pass the test or pass the drug screen, and there's just not a wealthy pool of quality mechanics. And I mean, I guess that's just the generation we're in now. It's just the mechanic pool is just falling off. You know, I don't know everything. Obviously, I'm learning every day, and you guys will learn with me. I'm sure there's things that I'll do wrong. Happens to everybody. I do things different. People do things different, and that's fine. But yeah, it's just life. So yeah, I'm excited to take you guys with me. So for the time being, this is about as far as we made it. I got most of the sockets and everything put up. Still charging that battery charger. Right now, we gotta take Bub to the babysitter, and then we are going food trucking. Get it cleaned up, and then get the food truck to the store so we can load it up and get out to the event. To a service call. I believe it's a 2018 Jeep Wrangler. She's having some electrical issues with it, I guess, while she's driving it. So we are on our way to take a look at it, and let's see what we can find. To really film any of that repair there. Truthfully, it wasn't a complete repair. I kind of diagnosed it. It's a 2018 Wrangler. It's got around 90,000 miles on it. So basically the issue is she would go out in the morning, start up, go to work, and it would throw all kinds of warning lights on the dash. You know, ABS, check engine light. The transmission would not shift into any of the gears, reverse, neutral, drive, nothing. It wouldn't move. Windshield wipers would come on, power steering code come up on the dash. You couldn't steer it. So I had a bunch of electrical issues. Ended up putting the scan tool on it, and it had 44 codes listed, and all of them were along the lines of lost communication or erratic data, those kind of codes. So that kind of tells me that obviously there was an issue with the CAN network. So I know that those particular your Chryslers had issues with the star connector. That's underneath the glove box. It's the star. It's not a star. It's a CAN bus connector under the glove box, and basically it connects all the modules that's supposed to be on that CAN network together, so they can all talk to each other. And Chrysler had an issue with those connectors where they would lose connection and one module wouldn't be able to talk, and it would throw the resistance off, and the whole network would kind of crash. It'd start doing goofy things. So basically that's kind of where I knew it was going anyway. So I was able to pull that out and take a look at it. And so we kind of diagnosed that it was that CAN bus connector. And they're around $60 to $80 depending where you get it from. I think he's going to end up going to the dealership to get them, to get it. And then he said he would just go ahead and put it. I showed him how to do it. Sometimes it's not all about, you know, making sure that you can lock down every little repair. Sometimes if you can help people out, show them what to do, I find that helps more than anything. People will come back to you if you're willing just to be like, hey, you know, this is what your problem is. This is how you can fix it. You don't necessarily have to call me back. I feel like that goes a lot farther than trying to make sure you squeeze every penny out of everybody. It doesn't set well with me. I'm that kind of guy. I'll help you out, you know. So he was really happy with it. Like I said, he was going to go get a connector, and he'll give me a call back in another couple days and let me know if the problem goes away, if it still persists, and we'll go from there. So now we're on to the next job. We've got a newer Chevy Malibu. I know it's a 4-cylinder, and she's got a engine power reduced light, her screen on her dash. I know she's had some oil issues. I don't know if it's consumption or oil change issues or what it is, but for whatever reason the car keeps saying that it's got power reduced, so we're going to go check that out and see what we got going on there. Catch up with you guys here in a minute. Alright, so we have a 2019 Chevy Impala with an overdue oil change. Caused a oil pressure solenoid code to come on, put the engine in reduced power. Doing a quick oil change on it, let her drive it for a while, see if that fixes it. We'll go from here. What happened?
She ran out of gas, but I got a gas can. We're fine.
Well, we're not going anywhere, bub, because we're out of gas.
Whoopsies. Right here.
Oh, 2 hours down the highway, 75, at about $5 grand.
It's only a 3-speed.
Fuel efficient.
Oh. Now the question is getting it in there.
You got this.
We're gonna find out. Hope it'll go in there. I don't have the thing. It'd be real good if it had fun.
Are you getting any of it in there?
I think so.
Let's do the old taparoo.
thinking we could just take this off real quick and
You got a screwdriver with you?
yeah. I come playing. Prepared and playing.
You come prepared? I feel like we need to insert like a clip from Ain't Got No Gas in It. Hello? Think we're good enough?
Good enough.
How much is it? How much is that tank? Is it 3?
It's 2.5.
2.5. Okay,
So it's got probably 2 gallons in it.
cool. Would you not get it all in there? Couldn't get it up high enough?
Not everything.
Yeah.
It's good enough. We'll find a gas station.
Oh, I believe in you.
Or we could just find the
I'm just
car.
in the passenger seat, dude.
Can I get up here, Lywood?
If you can climb up there, you can get up there.
I can't.
I know.
This is so wet.
Yeah, I know.
My legs hurt.
All right. See if the magic happens.
We should probably. Where are you at?
Should have brought a 5-gallon can.
This is the only gas can I have. And it had a tiny bit of 2-stroke left in it.
Top end lubricant.
What?
Oh. Oh. Come on, Bob. Sending. Yahtzee.
Fill up the gas can.
I want to go.
Finally, see what the Beatles do.
Let's do it. Oh God, I about slipped.